Okay, greetings, patriots, Starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we're in a worldwide and galactic revolution. And boy, I'm telling you, it is getting exciting out there, and the reveals are coming in. Red October now is well underway. It is shut down. Government is shut down, all right? 600 JAGs have gone in there and are inside Washington right now and removing files and interrogating government workers. All corporations worldwide, this means police, any type of corporations such as like judge centers, politicians, everything's being under surveillance right now. Everybody's being watched. And also data collecting. Central banks were being arithmetically drained. Government shutdown is not just a dismantling of the old cabal, but it is wiping out the communist deep state. Trump's allies and friend, President Putin, longtime friend, is targeting Israel's high command, ready to clean house. And I'm going to get into that in a minute and explain exactly what's been going on there. The EBS is not a message. It is a takeover, okay? October 1st, the government did shut down, okay? Prepare for global silence. The world you know was never real, all right? The world that you knew, that you walk around, it was never real to you, okay? We're trying to get you out of that and then put you in where you belong, which is the land of love and freedom. Quantum financial system is dismantling central banks worldwide. Gitmo is full and running 24 hours, 24/7, okay? Corporation courts are burning their documents right now, and they're running. Judges and their minions are running, okay? Freedom is coming, and nothing can stop what has been happening. Nothing at all. But there are sleeper cells out there. There's more than 1,000 Al-Qaeda sleepers out there planning explosions and all kinds of false flags, so we got to keep our heads on a swivel, okay? Stay off of planes, out of concerts, anything along that line, high population centers. Just stay away from them because they are easy targets. Now, med beds. Med bed centers will hold 2 med beds, okay, in each center. There's something like 2,900 med bed centers right now ready to go for the public. 10,000 plus, tens of thousands of federal workers of the corporation are being fired, and some are being heavily interrogated. Trump has broken away from the old admiralty law, to the new republic. The federal buildings are all shut down. The IRS agents are being interrogated, many of them being arrested. Media silence is intentional on all of this. Now, moving north into Canada, Danielle Smith just told Ottawa that to meet their demands and to lay off their money, or she will join the U.S. Republic, and that means Saskatchewan and BC, because Saskatchewan holds a lot of gas and oil as well, along with the territories and along with BC. So we're all in this together, family, and we all need to, stop getting greased in our pocketbooks and getting swindled by these illegal, Shylocks that are been taking our hard-earned money for decades. And this has got to stop. And if you want to have freedom, we got to get rid of the prison warden. All right. Med beds will be laid out, and there will be many qualities that'll come with these med beds. One that is really cool to me, it's going to unlock your DNA memory. That means you'll be able to remember all your ancestors and your past lives, that who you were, what you were doing in those past lives. Medbeds also will, of course, take care of all disease, and disease will be non-existent in a couple years on this beautiful planet we live on, and disease will be non-existent. Okay? And with that, with all the med beds that are coming out, just the demand for med beds will wipe out the big pharma and all the pharmaceutical bullshit and these vaccine manufacturers. All of it's going to get wiped out, and it's going to be done by you, the people. And a world without disease is something that I can certainly live with, okay? Humanity, connection with technology, and galactic quantum learning will be its priority. We will start ascending, and we will be able to have in front of us all the wonderful technologies that have been suppressed and hidden from us for centuries. Now, these bloodthirsty Satanists must be exterminated before they destroy humanity. And that's what's going on right now. Now, I want to get to Putin, okay? President Putin has watched this for decades. He's watched the Western society meltdown and the complete takeover by the Zionist lobbyists and that took over Washington, okay? And now he's on the attack. Yes, Putin didn't go in to fight Ukraine. He went in there to take on the Zionist, satanic, and the worshippers and the bloodthirsty bastards, right? And it was a ugly, gruesome situation, but he had to go in there and take them on because they would have just tried to expand into Russia. Now, Putin has basically called Satanism wrapped in Western flags, declared war on Israel, satanic control over Washington and NATO. Putin's not fighting Ukraine. He's fighting Zionist lobbyists that control Washington. Putin knows the risk. Putin is declaring war on the globalist beast, knowing that what happens if he fails and opposes the cabal system, he will end up like Gaddafi or Hussein, John F. Kennedy, Chavez, Martin Luther King. He knows the risk, okay? If we are to live, if the beast lives, these wars is not just a war between countries. This is a spiritual war between God and Satan. And Putin knows this. Putin went in there, and he's got his sights set on cleaning out all the globalists, along with Trump and Xi Jinping. These are the, God's patriots that are moving their armies against the Satanist machine. And Putin just fired the first shot. And he's aiming at the center of the satanic core, which is Israel. Remember when Trump said Israel was going to be saved for last? Well, this is the reason why. While the West was celebrating, and this goes back years and years, while the West was celebrating and all the leadership at that time was celebrating the Rothschilds and the oligarch central banks controlling the Western society as we know it today, and basically selling their souls, Putin was dismantling their banks, or dismantling their organization in Russia, and burning their banks and their satanic houses of worship. There was a war after the separation during 1985 when, Reagan said, burn down, tear down these walls. And at that time, the oligarchs in Russia were, up and full running order. And Putin said, I have to give up, some lands here so I can, retreat and regroup and put my armies back together, because I know there's going to be a day where there's another fight. And the first thing he did in those days that were basically behind the curtain, as if that's what you want to use it as an analogy, behind the curtain, he dismantled all the, he walked around and basically the oligarchs that were running these billion-dollar companies and sucking the minerals and assets from Russia. He basically got them all in a room. I think you maybe remember that video, and told them basically to hand over their keys. And he's going to give you one choice, and that was to leave with your life, not even a suitcase. You're not going to take anything that you have basically extorted and molested out of our country. And that's where they had to leave, and they left with their life and life only. And of course they, being the Satanists they were, they joined up inside the Ukraine to plan their next attack against Putin. Putin knew all about this. What he should have done was put a bullet to their head right there, and it would have ended the thing. But Putin is a Orthodox Christian, and he give him a second chance. Anyways, he did burn down all their banks and got rid of the Rothschild operation that was in there, and then sat back and watched the West do a meltdown, and watched it all basically fall apart to where you witness now of millions and millions of homeless in the streets and drug-infested cities that are with crumbling infrastructure and bridges that are falling down everywhere. He's watched that whole society fall apart. But he did, and he was waiting for the day there for a man to get into office, such as a man called Trump. And that right there was his signal that his operation of attack was ready to go. And this is what's been going on in this worldwide battle for the planet since 2016. We're coming into the end games now, where Putin is not stopping. He's going to go. He's not taking over countries. He's not interested in any country. He's not interested in the people. He's, about trying to control anybody more than what's going on in his own country. And his own country, his economy is wonderful. It's the shelves are full of stocked up, full of organic foods, and he refuses to put any MGO. There is no chemtrails. He lives a world which we will live. He's given money to all the people. Everything is extremely cheap there. And he started this Nasera Jacera a long time ago. And we in the West are just getting caught up now. We're starting to get caught up now. But like I said, between Putin and Trump and Xi Jinping, there is still a lot of Satanists and the controlling mechanism that is out there that has to all come down. And if all people can resonate with this, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not just telling you the updated news. I'm giving you a history lesson to bring you to these times that are happening right now. And when you do see what's happening, we do have hundreds of thousands of patriots, not just here in the West, but also in the East and in Asia as well, ready to take on this globalist monster that has suppressed humanity and depopulated millions and millions of people. And all this is about to be exposed. And when they say to get into your house and stay there, it means that's exactly what it means. It means that we all have to just stay safe, trust in God, and this stuff, this nightmare will come to an end very, very soon. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everybody, and love and light for everybody out there. Remember, you are the tip of the sword. Bye for now.